And we're back. And we're
Yippee.
live on the YT. So today we are going to be talking about whatever happens to come up, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly. If you have any questions, like male side profiles,
Yes.
feel free to ask the questions.
We are going to be talking about whatever happens to come up.
Yep. Fingers sounds fun.
But first, we're going to look at this.
Yes.
So this is a fan art that Fico Riggs did. And Miki says, today's anatomy homework is way too hard. I am like not doing all that. And then Ray's in the background like,
Because she's the anatomy teacher.
mind repeating that. Oh, dude, that's so
Oh
good.
my gosh, it's so good.
That's awesome.
It's so good.
It's perfect.
I love it. You did Ray so well, Fico.
Dude, it's perfect. They're
It is
all
so
done so
perfect.
well. That's awesome.
Hey, Ari, Shadow, Rick, Dear Sicko, hello.
How's
Amazing
everybody
comic.
doing?
Absolutely, I totally agree.
Absolutely phenomenal. That was in our Discord server, by the way. We do have a completely free Discord server.
Yes.
There are challenges going on this month. There's a show every Friday, completely free to join. There's different art share channels. You can do collaborations with people. There's like voice chats and gaming channels and stuff. So if you're interested in a community full of a very kind and supportive artists that help push you to be the best that you can be, you can join our Discord server. It's on our site, drawanime.com.
It is. You just scroll down a little bit and you'll find it. All right, so we're definitely been getting some anatomy and finger tutorials. I'll try to be quicker with it, and we'll see where we go with it. All right, y'all want to draw nice fingers that don't feel like sausage fingers? I got you.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
There's multiple ways. There's multiple ways to do fingers. You can draw them like cylinders, like this, which is like robot fingers, in my opinion, but it's like not bad. My favorite is I do the top side flat and then the bottom side round, and then each of them have like these little curled bits. So this is like the cylinder, right?
Bum, 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 bum. Hey everybody, Rick, how's it going? Reliable Rick, Zozo, amazing comic, yeah. Lily, how's it going? Today is a great day. You're right. It is a great day. Hey Tira.
So when I do fingers, I literally just do like straight, 3 sections, and then curled on the bottoms, and then I overlap them. And there we have fingers. Oh yeah. And then we can do this on these little heads here. I would say, like, if you want to get better at drawing hands, any head that you draw, like, add hands to it, interacting with the head.
How's everyone doing it? It's going good for us. Your birthday's in a few days. Awesome. Happy early birthday.
Nice. Happy early birthday.
Yeah, this is Procreate.
Mm-hmm.
Colton, what? What's up? You know how to do moe art?
Yes, I do know how to do moe art.
You do the head to the shoulders.
Head to the shoulders.
Anyone do an art fight here? A lot of people in our community are doing art fight. Yeah.
Yes.
Do the head to the shoulders. You mean? I don't really know what you mean exactly.
You mean
Just
like
the
how to
head and
attach?
shoulders?
Yeah, the head and shoulders area. Yeah. So here's moe style.
Spiky hair that you see boys have in anime.
There's many kinds of spiky hair. You mean like
Oh, yeah.
Naruto?
You mean like Naruto or Killua?
Or Gon?
One yelling at you, and for once it's not me. Yeah. Whatever happened to that anyway?
Heads to shoulders. I don't know if they ever clarified the question, but
I mean, I guess we can just make our best guess.
okay. Head to shoulders. What you don't want to do is this, which is like, it's not bad. It's just if you do this, flattens everything. Unless you want to draw like a CEO Roblox character. Okay?
Roblox.
This
Yeah.
is fine for Roblox.
Oh, that's totally fine. That's the CEO.
The CEO like CEO / YN type character build, you know. But depends on the character. And you can interrupt me with other questions if you need to. You want to make sure that your shoulders are not this width apart, unless you're drawing a chibi. You want to make sure that they're at least one hand apart. So like this is about how tall a hand is on someone's face. You just use that measurement, and then you slope it down like this. This is for like a girl, or for like a really lean guy. That could work. And then here's your shoulders. Boop. And I'm doing the same thing here. Here's a cylinder. Here's a clavicle. Your shoulders are here. Of course, this depends on style, though. It's so cool. Awesome. Do you guys have a link for your brushes in Procreate?
We do have one
of them.
on our site.
Yes.
I made a new brush recently, and that one's in our Discord server in the resource share channel as a pinned message. But the other one is free to download just on our site. Christina's been using the
This
recent brush a lot more than the normal one.
Yeah.
And I don't actually have that one on our site, but it is in our Discord server.
Yeah.
So you can go grab that pin message, resource share, Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the pin message, is it? Resource share pinned. Yes, new drawing brush 5/2026. It is.
Someone said that this looks like Sakura, so I'm making this Sakura. If I remember how to draw her hair correctly. She has like this like really, really short pixie cut on the back. That's pretty good. How to draw fire. We'll see if we do that. Would you be able to recommend an iPad model that works best with Procreate? Any model works best as long as it has an Apple Pencil that's compatible with it and has pen pressure.
Yeah. You wish you had Procreate, but you only use Clip Studio at the moment. Clip Studio is just as good.
Yeah, Clip Studio is just as good, honestly. You're not missing out.
Literally just as good.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of difference. They're both great.
Yeah.
How do you know where to place features on the face?
Have a proportional system that works best for you, but you can do that if you want. Actually, you can show those, and as an example, if you want. Or I can cover it first, and then you can show your multiple examples. I don't know. It's up to you.
Like, the younger the character is, usually the lower their eyes are on the face in proportion to the chin to the cranium.
Yeah.
So, like, an adult character, the eyes would generally be in the center of the head.
Like around here.
And then for, like, a kid character, assuming you're doing, like, anime style, this is true for real life as well, because the jaw is not very defined when you're a kid. The eyes tend to be a little bit lower in proportion to, like, the cranium.
Yeah, to, like, this circle right here, which is what I just drew. Oh, look at this. This is what... a kid with an adult neck. That'd be really funny.
Have you guys ever thought about making a manga? Yes, we will definitely eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah, our current thing takes so much time that we need to work on it until it gets to a point where we can take some time off.
Also, the lower the smaller the face, like a kid, the bigger the eyes you can stretch. But with adult characters, it kind of has to be on the narrower side, or else it's gonna look really uncanny.
Guess what the drink is today?
Looks like Lloyd. Maybe I'll
What?
make it Lloyd. Lloyd Forger.
Lloyd.
Lloyd Forger has like this kind of slick back hair, doesn't he? Like that. It kind of has this little tuft. And then this one would be Anya. Boop. I remember drawing Anya's bangs. They kind of look like this.
Yummy.
Yummy. Awesome.
Cosmic Stardust Alani. Best flavor. Bum,
It's
bum,
got
bum.
that.
Mystery
collar.
pink drink. Yeah, I don't have to gatekeep today.
Mm-mm.
It's unfortunate that usually I have to gatekeep.
Is this a drawing class I might join? Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's an art tutorials class, but we also have a school of our own.
Yes. If your dream is eventually to make your own webcomic or manga or open commissions and you want to be able to charge a good amount for commissions, fundamentals, learning the fundamentals of art is how you get there, just like an art
Yes.
school. We have a big class online. It's kind of like a recorded college.
Yeah.
And it teaches you the fundamentals of art. And yeah, we relate everything to an anime style as well. We teach art foundation like perspective, anatomy, figure drawing, posing, color theory, painting, rendering, lighting, composition, all that kind of stuff. But then we relate it back to anime because that's what we like to do, but we still don't want to, you know, skip out on those good, important fundamentals.
Here's like
and so this is all work from the school. And so if you're interested in that sort of thing, it is on sale until the 20th.
Yes, don't wait.
With the code 4th. Right there. You can check it out on our site, drawanime.com. It's going to be the yellow button. But yeah, we come on here and teach all the time for free on stream, but we do have a big organized set of classes online. How do you join? You can go to our website, drawanime.com, hit the yellow button, and all the information's on that page. Lots and lots and lots of stuff on there for you to check out.
Yeah. I want to increase the amount of time I'm spending on art per session. Is forcing it usually a good idea or building it up slowly as a habit? Increase the amount of time. I mean, I think it just depends on the piece. Some pieces will take longer just because like you have more steps. Like you can include line work, you can include painting and all that stuff. You can try both ways and see what works best for you.
Do y'all teach how to get commissions? That's more of a marketing thing. I would recommend taking classes on business. We teach the art part, so that it does have to do with getting commissions as having
good art.
Yeah, work that people want to buy. But marketing and social media and stuff, that would be like one of the big things that you want to do. So you'd want to raise those two things. How do you draw your backgrounds? Because it looks easy, but not. Do you use a bordered line? I'm not really sure what you mean. Like, do I put a frame around it? Did you forget to post a Wednesday prompt or no? No, I haven't announced it yet.
Yeah. Oh, did you ping the server yet?
I already did.
Okay,
earlier.
awesome. Thanks. Is Ibis Paint good to use? Yeah, perfect. How to draw hairlines? I'm used to drawing bangs to cover the forehead. I have a solution actually. A hairline, and I actually covered this in our anime art school, but you know, I'll just mention some of it here. Assuming you know how to draw the head, and you know the head planes. The hairline is kind of like a swim cap and a helmet, but it's a little bit more complex. It kind of wraps around like this, but there's more like nuance to this shape. There's actually more of like an M shape at around the point of the eyebrow, which is like your temple area. So like that's why you get this kind of very distinct shape, and it looks like this for the most part. Let me see. Let me do this a little bit neater. There you go. You have the hairline. Girls also have this too. Like if you look at my hairline, you can see that M shape right there.
There we go.
And then you like, if you want to draw like slick back hair, you just start from the hairline and you just like draw back.
I think my art is pretty good, but no commissions. I wonder if I could be doing something different. You know, we could even talk about that at some point on stream.
That'd be
what if we did something like that? Like we talked about this sort of thing.
Yeah, I would love to. That'd be really awesome.
Private TikTok account. So that might be one reason.
That might be one reason, yes.
If you're trying to get commissions from TikTok, you won't get any from a private TikTok account.
Yeah.
Abby!
Abby! We got a new Abby in the chat?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of getting commissions is finding the right audience for your work. And some of the time it's literally just like you just have to get better. Like drawing takes a really long time to get to the level where people want to buy it. Usually. And so sometimes there's just a lot of practice that's needed. But you know, someone who's really good that doesn't promote or have any way for people to contact them, they won't really get very many commissions. But yeah, I mean, I can't really see any of your work because your TikTok's private, so
we can't really judge it there. Not judge, but we can't really analyze it there.
You just use this account to browse? Oh, okay. If you use your art account to browse, people will visit your profile more and they might commission you. I'm just throwing stuff out. Like, if I wanted people to see my art, I would want as many eyes on it as possible, and I would want to be making positive connections, like, in people's brains with my art.
Ooh, I'm learning.
You don't have any art online? Okay.
I'm learning to rotate 3D shapes in space. Any tips for rotating pyramids?
Pyramids? Yeah, I'd draw the base first. That would be great.
That'd be great.
I'm sick of this. Okay, you can spend time saving out. Yeah, if I want to draw pyramids from different directions, I'm drawing the base, and then I'm drawing a line out of the base, so...
Sandy asks, how do you make an account on your website? You make it once you purchase Anime Art School.
Yes, as soon as you purchase any class, it'll take you to a page to make an account, right? So I would do this, and then I'd simply take this and connect like that. Like that. You could go...
I can talk about that
Middle.
later, Valerie.
Comes up. This is how I draw pyramids. From any angle. Like I would construct them like that. But you'd have to be able to draw a plane in perspective. So like pyramids aren't the easiest form to draw in perspective. You'd have to be able to draw a plane like say like a rotating plane or something, right? If these were boxes, they would look like this. Right? You'd have this. But if there was a pyramid on top, right, you could find the middle by drawing an X through it, and then you pull up. Find the middle. You can pull up. Find the middle. Right? You could go...
Chat, this is really, really important stuff to learn.
Find the middle. I missed a little bit, so I'm going to nudge it over. Like that. Pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. And then you just connect the four sides, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Box jump scare.
2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a process.
Yep. It is a process. And like you could do it another way, right? Like you could go, you draw the side of the box, you pull it out this way, there's a pyramid looking to the side. And so I would say, like, this is 2-point perspective. Or I'd rather, like, this is kind of 3-point perspective. You can see, like, my bottom vanishing point is there. But I would really, really practice drawing boxes at different angles. That's a hugely important skill, right? It's like this little demo that I did the other day. These are all just boxes, right? I kind of simplify everything into, like, simple grids and boxes and stuff.
I'll talk a little bit about Valerie's question, which was like how to draw the bottom lashes and not make them look awkward. I mean, there's multiple ways to do it. If your lashes kind of look like this all the time and they're evenly spaced, if it's a style, totally fine. But if you don't want it like this, you might need to do a little bit of grouping. So if you look at like fake lashes that are grouped like already and are glued together, you'll notice that there's like these shapes that get clumped together and they kind of go in this direction.
Yeah. Mystery painting to drink green tea? Not really.
Not really.
Probably should.
Colton drinks oolong tea more so.
How would I draw anime animals and make them look cute and look like an animal and not something creepy? I totally know what you mean. That would have to do with like the proportional measurement of stuff. Cute things have specific proportional measurements that make them look cute. It's really like a really wide triangle. Like cute stuff tends to have like a wider triangle. So like eyes to like mouth ratio, like this sort of thing. Like a lot of the time you'll see that cute things, like less cute things, a lot of the time will have like triangles like this. But again, you can make these cute as well. Like there's so many ways that you can make things cute. But I would say if your animals tend to look really creepy, soft, round forms and a ratio of like the eyes to the mouth, I would study like a lot of chibi stuff.
Yeah, chibis are great.
Yeah.
How can I check my proportions properly? Like to make sure from the start what's right and what's wrong, what's not.
Face dog is cute. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to make cute.
Yeah.
I would study cute stuff.
I would find a system that works best for you. So like something like this, how to divide the face, like where's the eyes in relationship to the head, and then dividing, that's easy for you. So like for me, I've memorized a system where if I draw a face and I divide this in thirds, this third is my brows, this third is my nose, and in between that is my eyes. And I do this constantly, and then in between this is my mouth. I'm doing like a really shorthand version, and it looks kind of ugly, but your drawings have to look ugly for a little bit before they become better. I would really recommend learning this constantly until you memorize it, and then you'll be able to change it. So like, for instance, This one uses that method exactly, and it's for like an adult male. This one right here, when I turn into like a teenage female, I'm using the same proportional system, but I'm modifying it so that when I change it later, it's like, oh yeah, bigger eyes, lower on the face, etc.
Meant like making your outline. Do you use outlines for backgrounds? If not, how do you make? I think very graphically. I think like, where do I want people to look? Like backgrounds, it's juggling a lot of different things. So I'll have to talk about it sometime on a stream or something, like approaching backgrounds. I do have an entire class in my anime art school about this. Like,
yes, you can check it out here.
there's literally like weeks and weeks dedicated to this subject, but it's really composition, and then you fill that composition with your correct perspective and proportion and color theory and lighting and stuff like that. But the most important thing when it comes to backgrounds is the graphical read. It's kind of like the gesture or the framework. Do you guys sell art? If yes, how can I strat selling my art? Selling your art?
Like that's a business skill. That's a business skill.
That is a business skill.
It's like art, you have to understand, if you want to sell your art is the product, everything else is business. So you can have a great product, like obviously you want the best product possible, right? You want amazing art that has people foaming at the mouth for it. And really, really, really good art can kind of sell itself. And so if you want to go that route, you can spend 20 years grinding it out and make insanely amazing art, and then it'll kind of sell itself. Assuming you have enough of an audience, right? Like you have an audience, a large enough audience that wants that sort of thing. Like you could do like, I don't know, maybe you can make like hyper realistic paintings of a section of a piece of a house, or like a drywall. Like there might not be that much of an audience out there of people that want it. It may be like an insanely high detail painting with super ultra mega photorealism, but it just looks like a chunk of your wall in your bedroom. Like there might not be that many people out there who want to buy it. So it's like, that's all the business side. That's all the business side of it.
I mean, once you start selling your art, yeah. I mean, like you're working in a completely different kind of skill set.
Yeah. As marketing, like you have to bring in a consistent amount of traffic of people who are likely to want to buy your art. Like that's what it is. Like if you're selling your art and you get a bunch of like really old people in nursing homes to look at your anime art, like they might not buy, like they're probably not going to buy it, right?
Right.
If you get a whole bunch of like, I don't know, like truck drivers that are looking at your art, like they might not want to buy it. If you're getting a bunch of people who have OCs and want to commission artists, right? If you're getting if you make if you draw Frieren and you get it in front of a whole bunch of people who absolutely love and adore Frieren, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like not every person who views a video is the same person. Like every number on your video is an actual human being with a wallet and favorite shows and hobbies. And so you just want to make sure that the people that are viewing your content are the most likely to want your stuff. Like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like an anime expo, for example, a bunch of people go there with a spending budget because they know they're going to get plushies, or they know they're going to get artwork, or they know they're going to commission artists. Like that's a great place. Like people will literally make $20 or $30,000 in a single weekend who do it well at an anime expo, because there's tons of people who have a budget and are your exact demographic of audience. And then if you market it well and you're likable, people sell out like crazy. Like, oh my gosh, dude, we met this guy at Fan Fusion. Him and his wife went around and did expos all over the country, and they sold like fan art of books that were popular, like Dungeon Crawler Carl and what else? Like other popular books and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I wonder if they did Lord of the
Rings. They would literally sell out like every expo. It's because they're surrounding themselves with people who have the budget to afford their stuff and are the most likely demographic to buy their stuff. And then the products they were selling were legit, like they were good.
Yeah, they were.
They would sell original oil paintings, and they would sell prints of the oil paintings. They made a living off of it. They literally just traveled all over the country all the time doing expos. Like, that was what they did.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all business. Like, it's all business. The painting part is definitely, like, it definitely takes a lot of practice and stuff. But I can guarantee you there's a lot of artists out there with phenomenal work that's just sitting.
Yeah.
That's not being sold because they don't know where to sell it or how to sell it, or they don't put the effort into it.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
It's just, yeah, it's like, it's business. Being a great artist does not automatically mean that you're going to have like a massive group of foaming at the mouth, you know, people who want to buy it.
Yeah. You kind of got to make yourself known out there. Like,
Yeah.
I know how to draw shapes for anatomy, but I don't know how to draw the body lines. What does the body lines mean? How do you make them on the spot? Dynamic poses? I would say if you want to do dynamic poses on the spot, draw a lot of dynamic poses from reference and try to analyze them and then try to do them from imagination. That's how I would do it. Like, where's the torso going? Where are the legs going? Where are the arms going? And then it's just dynamic poses are just a combination of those things.
Really want to know if learning realism is necessary. I wouldn't say it's so much about learning realism as it is learning those core fundamentals.
Yeah.
It's not about realism. It's about, like, perspective is perspective. Like 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 5 point. Perspective is perspective. My Little Pony uses perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar Fire and Ash uses perspective. Avatar The Last Airbender uses perspective. Disney, Frozen uses perspective.
Yeah.
It's not style specific. So it's not like realism. It's the fundamentals. Like color theory. Color theory doesn't have anything to do with a specific style. It's like warm colors, cool colors. The color wheel, it's like not style specific. It doesn't have to do with realism. It's like the fundamentals of art are the tools that everybody uses regardless of style. Mm-hmm. Right? Like form drawing, composition, design, like big, medium, small. That doesn't have anything to do with realism. It can be used in realism. It can be used in anime style. It can be used in cartoony style. Like composition. It's used in realistic movies, in cinema. It's used on the novel of a book cover. It's used in My Little Pony. Like composition is like...
It's used in anime?
Yeah, it's like composing things. It is putting things in specific places to make people look at them or not look at them. It's like, those are the things that we're passionate about that we teach.
Yes.
So like, you could do realism.
It's not about the hyper realism stuff, if that makes sense. It's like...
Yeah. Most art programs teach those fundamentals using realism as kind of
like a base.
As its base, yes. Which I think is a great idea.
Yeah.
Like proportion and anatomy, most like anatomy and figure drawing classes, they're just real anatomy and figure drawing. And
Yeah.
then you stylize it when you draw a character, right? If you want to work for like a Blizzard on Overwatch or something, like a bicep is a bicep, a tricep is a tricep, a pectoralis is a pectoralis, like the clavicle is the clavicle. It's just like you're stylizing that. So in terms of anatomy, it's all real.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are real muscles. These are real like things. But if you're working on a stylized project, you're just like pushing it and pulling it. So I would definitely recommend, in terms of like, if you're learning figure drawing, it would probably be a pretty good idea to take a proper figure drawing class.
Yes.
Because you're getting the unstylized base version of that.
It's kind of like the raw version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is anime anatomy different from regular anatomy?
It depends on if you make it different than a regular anatomy.
Yeah.
I've never seen an anime character with a bicep on the bottom of their foot, if that's what
No.
you mean.
I would say in most cases, yes, it is the same. It's just the artist just decides if they want to make it more detailed or not, or more
Yeah.
defined or not. What are some good perspective or anatomy exercise I can practice? It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Practice daily.
That's not... It's the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's just stylized or simplified. You might tweak the proportions or leave certain things out.
I would say if you draw blocky figures, that can tackle both perspective and anatomy, or like bodies in general. Like you don't need to do the anatomy, but like if you can draw cylinders and boxes and turn them into poses, that's a really good exercise that you can try like immediately. I mean, it's hard, but I find that doing this helped me with a lot with my body drawing. Like you can start off with a random box like this.
Hopefully our alarm doesn't go off. It's been doing that lately.
I know, right? So you can start with a box like this and say, okay, this is my rib cage. Now I'm going to add a box for my pelvis. Okay, now I'm going to attach arms. And these arms can literally do anything. Like you can have them come towards you or go back. And you're still drawing in perspective. It's just you turn them into bodies. I like using cylinders for heads. And then you can do like a little ballet pose. Ooh. There we go. Do you guys familiar yourself with the Sorrow Head? If so, how much? I use it constantly.
Yeah, the Asaro Head's great.
I actually use it a lot in our anime art school.
I think the Asaro Head is a really, really great breakdown of the planes of the head. Specifically, the simple side of the Asaro Head is very good.
Like, here's the Asaro Head, and I broke it down with these simple shapes, and I related it to anime heads. And so I use it almost constantly. I love it. I love the system, or I just love the aesthetic of the Asaro Head. So, like, each drawing that you're doing in week 1, and all these, in week 2 even, are using the Asaro planes. So, like, even these are kind of Asaro planed, inspired.
Yeah.
But, like,
well,
they're
I mean,
morphed.
it's the brow ridge and it's the cheekbone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the line, the arc that comes out from about the middle of your ear down the cheekbone to the corner of the mouth to the chin, like that's the side plane of the head. Mm-hmm. That, regardless of the form of the head, you're going to add. The keystone corner, you're going to add that. Like the eye socket or some representation of the eye, the nose, like these measurements, like no matter what form or style of your head, you're generally going to have those pieces.
Yeah.
So that's what people interpret as a head.
Can't seem to find your head models on TikTok Shop. Is there anywhere else to get them?
They're just on TikTok Shop for now. You have to be in the States because they don't do international shipping, and you have to actually have TikTok Shop. So if you're not in the States, that's probably why.
Mm-hmm. When you draw character poses on Roblox, how do you know what poses you can draw? I have like a specific list of poses that are in my head already. So like, for instance, I know that a lot of portraits are common standard, like, oh, here's a 3/4. And if it's cutesy, maybe you have the shoulder up and the shoulder down. Like, that's a simple, effective pose for portraits. You can also have one that's like, oh, tilting the head, but maybe she's looking back, or maybe the character's looking back, and it's like this, and maybe they have their hand in front. Like, I've just seen a lot of poses done this way, and I reverse engineer them on Roblox.
Reverse engineer
Not
them?
reverse, like
pull them out of your memory.
I pull them out of my memory, exactly, on Roblox. That's exactly it. So yeah. Backgrounds, what I do is color block them in. Yeah, great. That's awesome. I've been trying to draw more with my shoulder, but struggling since I've drawn for years with my wrist. Do you both draw with your shoulder or wrist?
Both. It depends on what type of line I'm drawing. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Like, if I'm drawing really small, I have to use my wrist. I'm not going to use my shoulder for such small movements. Mm-hmm. For bigger movements, like if I'm ghosting like a circle, let me do this. If I'm ghosting a circle and I'm not going to use my wrist because that's too little movement, I'm using my shoulder. And then I draw a pretty good circle after that. And then you do that over and over and over, and then you try to like meet in the middle or meet these points together. I use shoulders for like larger movements rather than smaller ones. Any tips on how to get better at moe art? I know mine is bad. Keep drawing it, first of all, but 2, learning the fundamentals will help you with it a lot. Like learning the head planes, learning the proportions, because if you know those things by heart, then you can look at the moe style and be like, oh, I know the proportions of a moe eye on the head. It's about this big. Because I've just drawn it. 1, you've drawn it a million times, but 2, you know the proportions. And you know the forms.
Yeah. What I
It's
like
not
to
about
do
the surface things.
when I'm breaking something down is I like to really kind of, I'm pretty analytical with how I break things down. So like,
Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. Fun little lesson.
Moe art. Like I'm very much more analytical with stuff, right? So if I find, say, like a Moe head, I have no idea.
That's a good one.
Like maybe this type of thing, right? Okay, so let me.
Is the art school for any ages, or is there a limit?
We recommend at least 13. It's not a kids drawing program, so understand it's kind of like a college class. Like we're teaching foundation, like hardcore foundations, but there's nothing inappropriate in the classes, so there's no strict age limit. We do recommend at least 13 though, just due to the fact that it's a serious program. It's not like a, kids drawing program.
Yeah. I want to ask, how can I get the most out of my studies? Right now I just try to copy what I see in my ref the best I can. I feel like this could be a good example.
This
of how
will
you can
probably be
study.
a good little breakdown of this.
Yeah.
So let's just reduce the opacity of this, and I'm gonna just draw over it really quick, and I'll be like, where's like the cranium? I'll just draw like a circle or something, like
On
I
the
don't know,
side.
maybe like this, and I'll just go like, where is the cranium? So like I know that generally speaking, like you got like this coming down, and this is like the useful tracing because I'm like using it to see and understand. The cranium of the head is going to be massive, and I'm not even exactly sure where it is, but it's like
that.
it's like
Probably even higher.
very, very, very big. Like
Yeah, that's pretty close.
We'll just
honestly.
say
Yeah, I would
it's
say
like-
that's pretty good.
it's like this for a second, right? May not be exact, but we're gonna assume that the hair, it comes off the top of the cranium, but it's probably not that far off the top. And we would refine this and learn this as we do more breakdowns. Like we'd probably do more and more and more breakdowns. Like I'd probably do this 20 times. All right. And so then I'd go, okay, well, here's the top of the head. Here's the bottom of the head. There was the mystery prompt that I haven't announced yet. Here's the bottom of the head. Here's the neck. Here's the clavicle. Right? And then here's the sphere right here. Right? So maybe something along the lines of that. And I maybe drag this over. So it's like we got like a sphere here.
It's about that big.
Massive. Giant spear. Look at that thing. It's massive.
It's massive.
Oh my gosh, bro. Massive.
By the way, this works with like bodies or
Yep.
even like realistic heads, like
Okay.
the process that he's doing.
Yeah, this is a crap spear by the sphere.
You could probably just use the sphere from earlier.
Yeah, I'll do that. So, I'll take this sphere and I'll go,
Oh, that's pretty good.
okay, here's my sphere of the head. How far does my chin come out? It comes out about, here's the turn of the head. It comes out maybe about this far. And I'll go, here's half of my sphere, right? So top to bottom. This is how I break it down. And I'm like, the middle. Okay, here's the middle. Is the chin an extra half? No. The chin is like an extra third, kind of. Like, I would say like the chin is kind of maybe a little bit more than an extra third. So you go 1, 2, 3. This is not an exact science, right? It's kind of like rough math. And then your fourth third, right? Courtesy of Will Weston. He was who we heard this first
Wait
from.
a second. That's a realistic head with a neck if you didn't turn it into a moe proportion. Like those tick marks that you just did, the fourth third.
Yeah.
Like that's just if you drew the realistic head with the neck attached to it. No, like look. This?
Yeah.
Like this is realistic.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna tell them that.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's just interesting.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, your fourth
Yeah.
third is the neck, the bottom of the nose of the clavicle. But anyways, and then you have this, and it comes out, and you're like, okay, well, does this cheek come out along this line? No, it's a little bit lower. And so I go, oh, sick. That's cool. Well, that's useful for me, right? So I'm not going to do my cheekbone like that. I'm going to go, oh, my cheekbone is out and a little bit lower and maybe like right there. And then this connects up. Here's the bottom of the ear. Okay. Here's the top of the ear. And it's like halfway between this third. Okay, like that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, these are measurements that I would practice a bunch of time. I'd be like, okay, we got our circle, and we got this. Okay, so we go 1/3, an extra third. And then this comes down. Here's the bottom of the chin. You know, maybe
Ooh.
could do something along the lines of this. Like, I'd really start breaking this down analytically. Then I go, okay, where's the bottom of the eye? The bottom of the eye is literally on the bottom of the sphere. Like, that's actually super useful. So for this Moe style, it's like maybe something like this. And then what's the top of the eye? Like, where is that in terms of the sphere? Okay, so just above that third point, right? Okay, so bottom of the eye was like here. And then the top of the eye was like, what was it? Just
Like just above the third.
above that third point right here. So
Yeah.
it's like this. Maybe along the lines of this. I'm like just trying to understand it, right? And it's like some of these points are going to stick. Some of them are not. And like I said, I do this like 20 times. And you'd go, I've noticed on 5 of the heads, you know, X, Y, Z is true. But on 8 of the heads, A, B, C is true. Right? And then I noticed on the rest of the, whatever, 7 heads, whatever, what is it, like H, I, J is true. And so you'll start to recognize like similarities and patterns amongst heads and styles. Like this is how I learn how to do certain things, is I'll just be like, okay, like you got this comes down, where's the corner of the eye? If I break the eye up itself into thirds, it's like, okay, corner of the eye, and here's a third, not anything huge there. Break this up into thirds, okay, third, oh, interesting. So on this particular drawing of a Moe style head, that is like that. And now this is a really interesting eye. It's like
So
S
cool.
curve, C curve.
Whoa.
Interesting.
That's
I wonder
very
how many of the other heads, 20 heads that I would study would have that. S curve, C curve. Interesting. Maybe a little bit wider than that. So I'd go, right, I just look and observe with no care in the world if my drawing looks good at all. I'm literally just looking and observing. And I've noticed with this eye, this has like a really big curve, right? It's
Whoa.
kind of like this. And then this one is like, okay, we got this S curve. These slant really, really far
I
down.
love slanting.
Interesting.
Would you say the goal of the study should be to understand how the ref was drawn? I was of the impression that the goal is to make it look as similar as possible.
The goal for me is to understand what the heck I'm looking at so I can get better at drawing. Like, that's it, right? Like, that is the entire goal of my 1,000 anime heads that I've been doing. If it would please load. All right, so, like, the goal of my 1,000 anime heads is I am doing them so many times that I'm going to encounter as many different situations as possible. Like,
Oh, those are
I'm drawing all different kinds of characters. I've done 520 something heads so far. And that's my entire goal, is I'm trying to understand what I'm looking at. I'm doing them from imagination. I'm like, these are all from imagination. And then I'll do studies from observation to like go and learn and look for stuff. I didn't invent anime heads. Like, I have no idea what the heck an anime head looks like. It's like this very cultural thing, right? It's like not an actual real head, so I need references and to understand. And so here's a whole bunch of our character June. And I'm understanding like how the Hime cut works and how the bangs are and the shell of the back of the head and the front bangs. And then I'm going to draw it over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Until you get it right.
And then I'm like doing other characters and like this is what Misaka from
Ooh.
Railgun, right?
It's a good one.
And I'm just doing studies of everything. This is from imagination. This is from
That's a good one.
imagination. This is from observation, I think. I don't even remember at this point, right? This is from observation. And I'm just like trying to understand what I'm looking at. This is observation. This is from imagination. These are from imagination. This is from probably some observation, mostly imagination. And then there's all these ones, which I had to dig up again, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's exactly what I do. So if I were to learn how to draw Moe style, I would start by doing this like 20 times, and then I would probably fill 4 pages of 25 each of trying to draw them myself. And I would be like, okay, what did I learn from that again? Okay, it had a big cranium, and then this was like this, and I'd kind of come down a third, maybe like an extra third, and then this is the bottom, but the cheekbone turned a little bit after that, didn't it? So I could come down here and maybe go like this. But then I really remember like the cranium was absolutely massive, like uncomfortably massive.
Yeah. It looks uncomfortable massive without the hair, but when you add the hair, it looks comfortable.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
And then I'm like, okay, what was that again? I forget. It's like the bottom of the ear was like that or something.
I thought it was bottom of the cranium.
Huge.
Or
Bottom of the
that
cranium.
Circle, yeah.
This circle,
Yeah.
bottom of the ear was that.
Yeah.
Right, and I would like go and look at it if I need it, and then I'm like, okay, where were the eyes again? I think there was one that was the top was like just under this, and the bottom was like the bottom of the cranium, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
And it was
Yeah.
very, very, very tilted down, maybe like this,
Yeah, that
and
looks
then
good.
this was very tilted down. Like here's the front of that. Okay, super tilted down. Super tilted down. I know that I had like, okay, so 1/3 of this was the eyelash,
Ooh.
right? And then I know that this was like really, really coming in, and this was an S curve, which I found like really weird. Wasn't an S curve like this?
No, it
or was
looked
it
like
an
a
S
foot.
curve like this?
It looked like more like that, yeah.
Yeah.
You know how foot is like the S curve with the simple? It's like that.
And I only got that far, and I go, well, what does the eyelid look like? Okay, really thin eyebrow. Okay, so I'll just go really thin eyelid, really thin eyebrow. What did the highlight look like? And like I would break all of this stuff down, and I go, okay, it's like an odd shape of like a highlight or something. So maybe I'll just go fill this in with like
Whoa.
a gradient, and then I'll go up here and I'll be like, I was kind of like an odd shaped circle or something. And like again, like I would not even expect any of these to turn out any good until I'm on like head number 100. If you really want to get good at something, don't even expect any improvement for like 100 drawings. Like just commit to doing it. Commit to doing the thing a bunch of times.
Very true.
And I'd break down every single part of the head like this. And my only goal for like these first like 20 or 25 drawings is literally I'm just trying to understand and learn and be like, okay, there's that comes out. And like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if it looks good because like, you know that your art is going to look good if you do it enough times. So like, what did this side look like? Okay, it's like a really, really, really big like.
Yeah, it almost like shows like the curvature of the nose almost.
Yeah, and you'll notice things like you'll discover things like this eye is writing this. And it feels like that, right? And then her mouth, I kind of just got a glimpse of it, and it's kind of like
So this face study can go for any style then? Yes.
any style.
Any
Like
style.
you're breaking down the style. Like if you're trying to learn a style, you have to look at the style.
Yeah.
And you have to like try to figure out, or you don't have to, but like I would recommend trying to figure out some kind of logic that's happening, because the more connections that you can make that are like actual connections between things, the better you'll understand it.
Yeah. So when doing a similar challenge, do we draw and observe a reference first, then draw from imagination?
It depends what you're trying to learn from the reference.
That's true.
Are you trying to get to the point where you can draw the reference from imagination? Are you extracting design out of the reference? Is it an object that's in the background of your scene that you're doing? It's entirely dependent on your goals. Like, what are the goals? What are the goals, right? And I might do something like this and something like that. Okay, so let's go look at this eyelid over, or this eyelash over here. Maybe I'll bring this head a bit closer. Okay, so this is like super mega thick eyelashes. And then that could come down there, and we already established it's like a pretty thin eyelid. And then you got these really thin like eyebrows up here. And I would do this for everything. I'd do it for the hair. I'd do it for the mouth. I'd do it for the neck. I'd do it for whatever. And then I'll go, okay. How close to the highlight? How close does the highlight get to that? Okay, so we'll go. Oh, this is interesting. It's kind of like,
Ooh.
it's kind of like that. Like, and you'll make mistakes, and then you'll go back and realize it. And I would just redraw like that part and be like, oh.
So you just
interesting.
keep studying until you can find patterns that you can memorize it in shapes?
Yeah, like I've already found a lot. I found that for this particular anime head, the eye, or the bottom of the ear is basically at the bottom of the cranium sphere. Like, that's pretty easy to remember. The chin comes out like an extra third from this cranium. Like, that's pretty easy to remember. It's like an extra third. The top of the ear is like, look, the top of the ear lined up with this part of the eyelash. So I can check it on mine. Oh, it didn't do that. So it's like maybe this cranium sphere needs to come down more like this. And I come over, bottom of the ear, top of the ear. Maybe even something like that. See, like my eyelash thing, it feels like it's coming down pretty far. I'm not trying to replicate the head exactly. I'm just trying to understand, like, what am I looking at? Because I have worked on a lot of client projects that require you to match the style, and they usually will have a style guide. Like, they will have a guide that tells you what to do. Right? Maybe we can just go maybe like this for now. Maybe we just move it out a little bit. I haven't really studied Moe style very much. Like, I
probably
do
like it.
100 drawings like this. 100 drawings, take a look at it and go, did I improve? Interesting.
Did you do 1000 environment / anatomy / lighting as well?
Probably. I didn't count them one by one, but I mean, I can guarantee you that I've done more than 1,000 figure drawings.
The 1000 heads challenge is more of like a specific number, but for like bodies and stuff, we didn't have a specific number as a challenge.
No,
It's
I would just do like a half an hour of figure drawings a day for months and months and months.
Yeah.
And people do these challenges all the time. But
Yeah.
like, honestly, you will do 1,000 of them if you keep consistent with it and you just keep showing up. Like, you don't void all of the practice just because you didn't count them.
That's true. Colton's definitely drawn over 600 heads by now.
Oh yeah, I've done hundreds of heads in my sketchbook that I never counted towards the Interesting. And how's the nose? What does the nose look like? Oh, it's a little thing, right? Boop, right there. And then what does the mouth look like? Okay, it's a triangle. This line is a little bit tilted. This line is almost perfectly straight, and this line is a little bit curved. Interesting.
Ah. And they turn that into Tira or Miki.
This line is straight, and then it hooks. It's an accelerated curve. So it's kind of like this. Zoop.
Yep.
That's how they drew the tongue. Interesting. I'm just trying to learn. Interesting. And then I look at the placement in relation to other stuff, and I'm like, interesting.
What if I do like 30 minutes of studying something a day?
Do it.
Do it. See how that makes you feel. You know, like, do you feel like you learned something? You know, do you feel like an hour is better? You know, but you can start with 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And I may just do my own studies of the hair. I may just go like, oh, this is interesting. It kind of...
It really gets a lot more detail towards the end.
Yeah, it really does.
Like, it likes to be really sharp. Like grass. I like that kind of style, too.
And I'll look at like up here and I'll be like, yeah, it literally is like grass, like a clump of grass, like right here. That's interesting.
Micro studies.
Yeah, I would consider this like a little micro study.
Which channel in the new is the new drawing brush in again? I think it's in
Resource share.
Yeah, resource share.
It's a pinned message. This is not the. This is the original brush. This is the one that's available on our
site.
Yeah.
This looks like a Tira type face. You could definitely draw Tira's hair on
I mean,
that.
I could just draw Tira's hair.
You haven't drawn Tira's hair in a while.
Okay, let me see if I remember Tira's hair. So it's kind of like this, and it comes up. And...
Yeah.
Maybe like that.
Yep. Lao's like, yeah, Moe Tira, let's go. That looks good.
And then I don't remember what happens down here exactly.
Oh, it just kind of flips around. But it's not like a straight line.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
I would need to find wavy
find...
hair in a Moe style that I could mess with. Like Tomoyo's hair or something.
Tomoyo's hair would be pretty good.
Because like I wouldn't be actually studying Moe style anymore. I'd need more references to see what wavy hair is like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to do Tira.
You're probably just going to do the...
I'm just going to study this. I'm not going to get too distracted. Like, I can get distracted a little bit, but I don't want to get myself so distracted that I'm abandoning my study and going back to Colton decisions.
True. That is the battle, too. That's the art fight.
Yeah. And I noticed that, like, when the hair goes into the eyes, it vanishes. It literally... is in a layer behind the eyes, which is very interesting. It's never a decision that I would make. It literally goes behind the eyes.
I've seen that happen a lot. And sometimes I'll actually end up doing that too. Like, this is what what happens here. It just disappears behind the eyes.
But it's like, I mean, it's straight up like gone.
Yeah,
on
it's
this
gone.
one.
It's gone.
And that's interesting, right? And then it's like, okay, like pulls around the head.
You know, it's like that in comics when you see a character over, like, behind a fence, they
make the fence invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
seen that. And then I'm like, oh, spiky. And this is study number 1. And like I said, I'd probably do this like 20 times. If I really want to learn how to draw in a Moe style, but I'm not willing to even spend like a couple of hours doing it, then I really don't want to draw in it that bad. I don't see this as work. I see this as learning and research. It's fun and interesting to me.
Mm-hmm. It's like writing an essay that the teacher never told you to do because you just had a lot of fun on it.
Yeah, except it's not an essay at all. It's just a drawing.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be scared of the essay because you're not. Like a little art study. Interesting. And it's like, this is a huge piece that comes off like that. And you can see that I'm not doing like a copy drawing. I may be drawing something similar to what I'm seeing, but I'm never considering it like a copy. I'm just going, I'm trying to understand, what am I looking at?
Mm-hmm. What am I looking at?
Super thick. Super thick. This is that S curve there. Interesting. And this is like a throwaway drawing. Like, I want to be able to just delete this drawing after I'm done, and I've come away with something useful.
Even if you just learned one thing from the drawing, that's a win.
Yep. And I've learned a bunch of things. I'm ahead. But it's not like glamorous. Like, this isn't a super glamorous, impressive 800 people watching a draw me stream type of deal. Like, this is like, I really want to get to the get to the root.
Do y'all post this on Discord after live? Yeah.
This is just some random.
I like how the
head.
bottom one's like the more finished one, and the one on the top.
Well, this one I was
like,
just using to find proportions.
That's true.
I'd prefer to draw it on my own with no dragging over lines.
True.
Because I want to like construct this on my own, like, you know, half, thirds. Like, I don't want to just drag proportions from my reference because then I feel like I'm not really
studying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
S curve is really interesting.
Looks
And this
like
is-
a very thick foot.
Yeah, and it does look like a thick foot. And the better you get and the more you learn, the more connections you're going to be making between things. Like, it literally does look like a thick foot. It's like,
But like squished. Yeah. I can't unsee it.
yeah, it's a thick foot.
How to draw moe eyes? You first draw a foot and then you squish it.
Oh, dude, that
Wait,
would be a
that'd be-
viral
that'd
TikTok
be a
for
viral
sure. You'd
TikTok.
go, oh, yeah. You draw a foot. And then you're like, chat, by the way, if you want to make viral TikToks, you will absolutely start seeing silly stuff as you learn this type of thing. And this is having fun. Like, this is what I would consider having fun.
It's literally a moe eye now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll clip this and just voice over it or something. If you want to draw a moe eye, first draw a foot, and then draw the eye line over the toes.
It works.
Can Christina talk about how she draws pupils and shading? Yeah, I can do that. Although Colton kind of did a little pupil and shading thing earlier.
Yeah, Christina does it almost exactly
I
like
do it
this
almost,
sort of thing.
yeah, exactly.
That's like the eye. I like leaving gaps personally. This
Yeah, the
isn't
gaps are great.
Christina's thing, but like,
The gaps are good. You learned that from Food Wars.
yep. Like that. For the most part. And then like Christina will fill in all this a lot of the time.
I do fill that in.
It works really good.
Mm-hmm.
When the eye is the right shape, you can do a lot of different stuff with the inside and it will look fine.
The way how I draw highlights is kind of retro, though. It's based off of a artist that I really liked, and I guess I still do it now to this day. Ooh, yeah.
Christina kind of draws eyes like that.
I do draw eyes like that, and then I'll add like little lines like this. Yeah, I'll do that.
But I notice a lot of the time in really good manga artists, they make little visual pathways. Like there's kind of like an unspoken pathway through the eyes that's like diagonal. Like they've got these gaps. I noticed it when I was looking at the Food Wars manga. They'll draw like this.
Yeah, they will.
And it'll be like the highlight. And they'll create a pathway like this.
pretty genius.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I think you pronounce moe like moe, I guess, not mo, because it's like Japanese and they will use those phonetics a bit differently than English. I think that's how you pronounce it though.
I love the foot just there. All roads lead to toe fungus. Like, not even kidding. because I'm relating all of this stuff back to my foundational, like, knowledge and training.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stuff. This is the boring stuff that will make people go, how do you do that?
Yeah.
How do you draw Moe style? It's like, I studied 150 different heads
Yep.
and broke them down analytically and saw a foot in the eye. You know what I mean? It's like, it's literally that. It's like, it's relatively simple. It's just not, it takes time. And people don't want to dedicate the time.
True.
I broke down one Moe head and I learned so much. Dude, imagine how much you would learn if you broke down like 20. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's a really good study, Colton. Could you do a colored version of the eyes? I just want to see it. Yeah, I can do that. I kind of already have a drawing prepared for it, so. How do you draw Hoyoverse men art style? They're so hot, but hard to draw. I would say study them and break down the head planes. Hard to easier said than done, but that's how I would personally study them. I wouldn't just like try to do outlines. I would do, you know, stuff like this. Turn the Hoyoverse heads into this so that you can analyze the head planes and then add features on top. But I think Hoyoverse men can be more on the feminine side, but I guess it just depends on the character. Okay.
Should I announce the challenge?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. Challenge announcements, mystery prompt. Okay, this week's mystery prompt is draw your OC asleep.
Cute.
So, due Friday for stream or before the show. But yeah, I posted it in the Discord. Simple mystery prompt, draw your OC asleep.
That's cute.
It's cute.
I like that. All right. So what I do to color eyes is I will start with the base color, and then I will do hue shifts. But I will use values as well. So generally, the top of the eye tends to be darker. So I tend to go, okay, if my color is a cool green, or as a warm green, I'm gonna use a cool green for my darks because I think that's pretty. And then the bottom can be a little bit lighter and maybe a bit warmer. So like sometimes I'll transition from like cool green to very, very warm green, and that original base color is just in the middle like that. And then afterwards, I'll take a darker tone. Let me use, where the heck is it? Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. And then I'll use my cool tone as like a base, and then I'll draw in my pupils like this. And I chose like a blue.
Pretty heavy duty.
Pretty heavy duty blue. Cause like I like, but it doesn't, you don't see that blue in there. It's just really, really
very
dark.
dark, yeah.
Yeah. If you want to have more blue in it, then do it. And it will look like this. And it'll look really pretty too. If you want, you can do that. I will go for more of a muted tone. And so this will be my pupil. And then generally around this point, I will like cover my dark spots with an even darker tone until it's almost like extremely dark like this. So now we have this nice gradation and nice cool versus warm. And then this is where I will add my highlight. My highlight is going to be on the darkest part of the eye, generally appears on the top. And then this part, towards the bottom, I tend to make like extra highlights. So I will use this really like bright red, not bright red, bright yellow. And I will kind of like add in these little stipples like this here and there. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll also outline the outside of the eye like this because it kind of makes the eye pop a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so when you look at it from afar, you're like, ooh, pretty.
Yeah, but you'll have to also remember that like Christina's not using circles or ovals for the highlight. She's making well-designed abstract shapes.
Yeah, I am. Like
you look at the big highlight, that is a state. That is not an oval.
state.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is a state.
Yep. Or steak.
Or a steak.
Yep. Like these. Not even pure oval either. It's kind of sharp.
Nope, it's like a lily pad.
Yeah, it is like a lily pad.
Lily pad. Lily pad burger. Do the yeah.
So yeah, and then you can like decide, do I want to have like a bit of hue shift? Like maybe I can add a little bit of purples in between the blue and the green, because like that's cool. Ooh, now you have like, oh my gosh, multicolored eye color, but you're still getting the dark to light or to lighter, depending on the eye color. And you know, that's generally how I color eyes, but I do like a different variation of them every time, depending on the style. Like sometimes I'll add in like darker darks here. Because eyes have that kind of pattern. And then that's pretty much it. And then if I want to add any other details, like, oh, I want to, like, let's say this is Psyche, right? And she has a cross. I just add it in here. And this is like a lighter tone against a darker tone. So like it's just a graphic pattern.
Yeah. You still read it because
Yeah.
it's the value that makes things read.
Yeah. Or is it more like this?
Mm.
I don't know. But like, you know, even if you look at it from far away, it still reads like an eye, even though it's a different color.
Yeah.
Do you remember that photography channel you recommended a long time ago?
Probably the slanted lens.
Yeah, slanted lens. Red reflective eyes? It's just the same process as this. You're just turning it red.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're still dealing with color, temperature, and relativity. So
Yep.
red is cool next to orange, and it's warm next to purple and pink.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. If
Yeah.
green is warm next to blue and cool next to yellow. So you're just creating a color temperature change.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want the top to be cool and it's red, you're going more into purples.
Yeah, more into
If you
purples.
want the bottom to be warm and the base color is red, you're going into orange. So there's your formula for any color you possibly want. You're going to warm it up and you're going to cool it down. Because the color, it's relative to other colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There it is. Well, like I literally just use the same like pathway as this. I meant like those eyes that reflect when light shines on them. That's what eyes do. I guess
I don't really understand, how that's
understand.
different than what she did.
Yeah. I guess it's a little bit hard to understand because I can't read your mind. I've been showing up to your live a lot recently and watching your vids. My art is improving a lot. Awesome. That's great. Great use of resources, honestly. You know, taking charge of your own education.
Yeah.
Hey, Jukebox. Currently studying the Moe style with that reference pic you used. Awesome. I'm hoping it's going well for you.
Sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like I said, I put a very, very, very heavy emphasis on this.
Yes.
You will not get better without repetition. It just does not work. Try counting your practices in hundreds. You go, I'm going to do this 400 times. And then you take drawing 1 and you compare it to drawing 100. And then you compare drawing 100 to drawing 200. And then you compare drawing 200 to drawing 300. And then you will definitely see, if you're using a process like this and you're really doing your best to break something down and understand it, you will definitely see improvement every time you check in after another 100. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the number of times that you go to the gym doing your best, lifting heavy weights and doing the exercises until you fatigue and get sore. If you count your gym trips in hundreds, I can guarantee you're going to be stronger on your 100th trip. And you're going to be stronger on your 200th trip. And you're going to be stronger on your 300th trip.
Yeah.
Start extending the timeline of comparisons. A lot of people will feel like they've stagnated. And they'll be comparing like drawing 1 to drawing 4.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's like rep 1 to rep 4. And it's like, I didn't get stronger yet. It's like, extend the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
You will absolutely see progress if you're doing your best between hundreds.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Like you can see it in my work. If I go all the way back down to like my first set, not these ones. These ones are something else. If you go back to my first set, these are like studies, right? Like this is some girl from Honkai, I think. This is like Boozette. Not Boozette, Bowsette.
Bowsette, yeah.
Kobeni. These are studies, and I did my best on these, dude. I spent a long time on these. Like this face, that Miki, that's cursed. You go all the way up to number 100. A little bit better. There's some improvement.
Better.
The Mikis are flowing a little bit better. Like this Miki, number 85, is certainly a lot better than Miki number 21. And then if we go another 100, right? I'm like trying to draw like guy heads and stuff, and like here's another Miki, 187. Not really a lot of Mikis in there. Let's go and look. Like this, like you can see 152. Like we got a couple that have kind of interesting, better line work. Like the quality of line work has improved a little bit, but not every single one, right? It's like you'll kind of reach a new peak, and we'll go up to, you know, maybe the 200s, and it's like, oh, here's 285. Oh, getting a lot more comfortable with expressions, and Abby and the characters are looking a little bit more consistent. Experimenting with side views and different stuff like that.
Oh, poor crying Abby.
Yep.
Mommies, okay.
And then if we go up to the 300s, look at this. This Miki, compared to that one we saw earlier, which was number 21.
Oh my gosh.
Miki number 21.
I think that's a little bit further. There we go. Yep.
Definitely an improvement. In terms of just the Mikis, right? And here's where I'm kind of studying Food Wars a little bit, and I'm studying how people do mouths. And then we go and we take another jump maybe, and we go to number around 400. Oh, it feels like something kind of clicked. Like something clicked more.
I love 396. One of my favorite Junes.
This one?
Yeah.
And so it's like, there's that. And so it's like, if I took every 100 heads and I compared them, there's usually progress between the hundreds. And it's like, here's 400, 400. And I'm doing Tira. I'm doing 25 of Tira. And I'm like trying to understand her bangs and how it works. I struggled a lot on Tira's bangs for a long time. And I finally started understanding it a little bit better. And I drew her bangs over and over and over in different versions of them. And so like, okay, now look at this. 444. And we go back to Miki number 21. Definitely a really big difference.
I do not have the patience to draw 400 faces. It's 400 faces throughout a long period of time.
Oh yeah,
So it's like-
this is over a while. Like
Yeah.
you don't just sit down and bang out 400 faces. But like, I mean,
That will cause burnout.
I mean, if you're an artist, like,
You're
Isn't-
drawing thousands and thousands.
yeah,
of
like,
faces.
isn't art what you want to do? Like, I mean, if you're not, then that's totally fine. But like, if I'm like, ah, my gosh, it's my dream to make my own comic, and then I turn around and go, I do not have the patience to draw 400 heads. It's like, you have any idea how many faces comic artists draw? Thousands and thousands and thousands. Like, maybe you don't want to be a comic artist, and that's totally fine. I'm talking about how to get better. Like, this is how people get better. You draw things a bunch of times, and you do your best on every single one.
Yeah, no, totally. I totally understand. No, this would not be 400 at once. You would burn out.
No, I did this. I mean, I've been working on this challenge for a long time. I should do it faster. Like, I'll do a couple hundred over a couple weeks, and then I'll take like a couple months break and lose some of my progress. Like, look at Miki
That's a
number
good one.
475,
That's a very good one.
right? Miki 475.
How does that sound like a username?
Yeah. Miki 474.
Oh, that's a good one.
Abby 465. This girl that's unnamed that we still haven't given away. Like, okay, let's compare
470 is
Miki-
really good too.
Where? That one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's a really good one.
Let's compare Miki 475 to Miki 21 again, right? I could even just go, here's Miki 475.
Is that when you start drawing more Mikis?
And here's Miki
Yeah.
21.
Oh my gosh. Big difference.
Huge difference.
Huge difference. Oh my
huge,
gosh.
huge difference. And it's like, that's only 400s, 450 or so, like 454, right? 454 heads later. And it's like, these don't take that long to draw. You could draw like, I don't know, 10 or 15 a day.
Yeah,
If
that
you do
seems pretty
10,
doable.
if you do 10 heads a day, it'll only take you like a month and a half to get to 400 and something. It's like, but doing 10 or 15 a day for a month and a half, like it's a little bit of a commitment, but it's not that much. It's like 10 anime heads a day. It's like not that bad, right? So it's like, I don't know, that's how I think about it. And it's like, once I gave myself a lot more time, and like now look, I can actually use the new head like skills in my own illustration work, and the heads don't turn out cursed as much. And they have a much higher rate of success. Like if I'm actually using the skills that I built in my drawing, because this is just a drawing, it's not a painting. Like it's a drawing.
It's a drawing.
Like this
You see the
has a
work.
line work. And so that's how I did it. Like I'm just like, oh yeah, 450 heads, and now my ability to draw anime faces in an illustration is permanently better.
Mm-hmm.
Worth it. Worth it to me. Not only that, I'm also like, I want to draw for a living. It's like artists who want to draw for a living when they have to draw for a living.
No, I can't.
No.
It's because your mind shifts to work, which feels boring.
Yeah.
But when you shift to play, it's like, oh yeah, I can do this all day.
Yeah. And now I'm drawing a bunch of cursed rays.
Mm-hmm.
Like
They're not
I'm,
cursed, though.
I'm drawing a bunch of cursed rays. Like this was my first ray.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand it all that well. And then I did this one, which is funny because I'm more of a painter than a drawer. So when I start thinking about it like a painting, it tends to turn out a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, like here's the head style. Like Ray has a realistic proportion male head
Mm-hmm.
with Ray eyes and Ray hair.
Mm-hmm.
She has this head,
Yep.
which is basically the same as
That one.
this. If you drew thicker eyeliner and Ray's hair on this and a little bit of lipstick, it would be Ray.
Mm-hmm. How do you shift to play? Turn into your own characters.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Turn them into your own characters.
Do this. This is my OCs as kids playing video games together on a Nintendo 64. And it reminds me of my own childhood. And I basically just go, oh my gosh, like, what do I wish that I could experience? What do I... Like, I have a project. It's my nostalgia project. And it's my OCs as kids living the life that I wish I could live again.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of sounds depressing.
That sounds
but,
really depressing.
like it's fun. Like I find it very fun, and like I want to get better because I want to be able to illustrate my characters and stories better, and I think it's cool.
Yeah.
And like that's part of what drives me.
Like, imagine you're doing perspective homework, right? And you can switch to my screen real quick.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you're doing perspective homework and you're doing 1-point perspective scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You can either, but you're like, oh, this is my character, my OC, next to like a building, and you can draw a prettier image. Or you can say, like, you know what? I'm gonna draw this character, my character, on top of this box, and try my best, and see how it looks. Like, that's when you're like, oh, okay, I'm just kind of doodling now. Like, I drew a box. That's my practice. Now I get to play, you know. And I have a story. When I was back at home, and I was a kid, I hated practicing piano. So the only way that I could get through practicing piano was if I practiced a song through the first from beginning to end, and then I quickly went to my desk to draw a little bit, and then quickly go back to practice. And that was how I managed to practice a little bit more and not get caught. Well, I most likely got caught, but you know, I found drawing so much more fun that I was more willing to do that than play the piano. for hours and hours straight. But not hours and hours. I only had like an hour, but it was still like took a long time. But either way, you know, that's how I turned into play. That's how it was more bearable. You know, you can say, oh, I'm gonna draw another character leaning against this box, and try to fit it in that perspective. If I need to fit it in perspective, I'm like, okay, let's draw a plane, perspective, and okay, my legs are on this plane. Okay, now I've drawn a character kind of in perspective that feels like they're in the space with this box. That's one way that you can turn it into something that's more fun. If you're doing head studies, like do a head study that looks, you know, if you're taking anime art school, for example, you know, here's your head plane. Looks boring. Oh my gosh, the practice is so boring. But then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna turn this into my character. I'm gonna turn this into Rei or Miki. And how would Miki's face be like? Okay, I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna use the same method. Okay, but maybe make the face a little bit shorter. And here's that side face. Oh, that's interesting. I can see how these two relate to each other. But now you're like turning it into something more fun. You know, you get the point. That's how I studied anatomy. That's how I studied head drawing and portraits. It's just making it more personal to you rather than just drawing a bunch of these, because this is boring. Aw, thanks, Baba Spooky. So taking anime art school, 10 out of 10 recommend.
There it is.
There it is.
I knew it was going to poison us with its noise.
I love piano. Went from beginner to intermediate in just a year. That is amazing. That is amazing. And that's the practice, right? So it's like you practice and you practice and you learn a skill. In fact, if you play piano or play any instrument and you learn that skill, drawing is the same way. I feel like the reason why I got better at art is because I had playing piano as a skill, as kind of like a benchmark, like as kind of like a subconscious benchmark of how to practice. So that noise is nostalgic. It ain't nostalgic to us, but I totally get it.
It is.
It is kind of
It's
nostalgic,
just
which is in a
annoying.
bad way. Yeah, for us at
It's
least.
annoyingly nostalgic.
So it's like when you're playing your piano, you play your scales. That's your warm up. So like that could be gesture drawing, right? Gesture drawing for 30 minutes. That's your scales. Then playing a piece is like, oh, you start making an illustration or you start practicing like specific things, and then you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of similar. And then you just get it until you get it right. You know, not like in one sitting, but like you just practice over time until you get it right. But yeah, that's practice. Practice with art is. I think that art, because it's so easy to see that you suck, is a very highly quittable skill.
Yeah. It's very, very delayed gratification
Very.
for sure a lot of the time. So it's like you get gratification out of the little steps.
Yep.
Like for me personally, it's like I'm not getting gratification out of drawing a beautiful moe face. I'm getting gratification out of, oh my gosh, the eyelash was 1/3 down from the top of the eye to the bottom of the eye.
I gotta try that again.
That's interesting. It's like you can get gratification out of a little realization. Like you realize that the eye is a foot shape. Like that is funny. And you can get gratification out of it, even though you may never have even drawn anything that you really like yet. You could get a very big motivational boost out of realizing that the iris shape was a foot. And it's like, ha ha ha, that's funny. I noticed that. And it's like, it's a different kind of reward. If it's like a different kind of gratification, and you'll get all these little realizations, and then you'll put them in a TikTok video and it'll go viral because you've like discovered something that you've uniquely found and haven't heard before. And it could be really funny. Like, if you want to do that sort of thing. I can't tell you the number of times we've had a video that went viral just because we discovered something silly and we're like, oh my gosh, that's funny. I just noticed that.
I know, right? Oh, that's a good face. Wrote myself a note with studying saying repetition is key. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Repetition is more important than trying to get the drawing right.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
way. Yeah.
Quantity over quality. Assuming you're doing your best on each one, or you're trying hard. Quantity over quality, 100%. Any day of the
Yeah.
week. You will learn a way more than drawing 100 anime heads that you're like trying a good amount on, but say you spend maybe like 5 or 10 minutes on each, than you will drawing one anime head that takes you like 6 hours. You just learn way more. That's just how people work. It's like throwing one baseball but trying to do the perfect pitch versus throwing a baseball a whole bunch of times all day. You're
Yep.
going to get way better by throwing a baseball a bunch of times all day, even if some of them are just experiments. It's just how it works. Everybody's like, a lot of people are always looking for shortcuts.
Yeah.
How do I get better faster? It's like
And
I
easier.
would absolutely recommend putting your energy into figuring out how to fall in love with the process rather than how to avoid the process. It's
Yeah.
you're going to be much happier over time, especially if your goal is to draw for the rest of your life. Imagine you don't make your goal early on how to like it. It's like, I want to get really good at drawing in my life, but I want to draw as little as possible. It's like, it's kind of like contradictory in a way.
Yeah, it's like I want to be healthy, but I want to eat all the junk food all the time.
I want to become an ace pilot, but I want to avoid flying a plane as much as possible. Like, something there doesn't quite line up. You got water on your phone, it exited TikTok, opened the phone app, and called your brother. Just let it happen.
How many times have you gotten your phone wet at this point?
Oh,
Fox?
a lot. Like, I don't know. I just find it funny. It's like people will literally want to draw for a living and then actively every day search, how do I draw the least?
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem very sustainable to me. Like, how do I draw the least amount possible by the way I want to draw for a living?
Yeah. I'm like, you do realize you got to draw if you draw for a living, right?
Yeah, it's like someone who wants to be a truck driver who's just like, how do I want, but I don't want to drive. It's like you might want to, I would say two things. You might want to find a different career, or number two, you might want to find a way to actually enjoy the open road.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not the type of person who thinks that absolutely everybody should draw. I think drawing and giving art a try is great, but people express themselves in different ways. Some people love music. Some people like writing. Some people like cooking and culinary stuff. Like, I think that's great. I'm not like, no, you have to draw. You have to learn how to draw. Not for everyone.
I took AP art class. All the artworks have drained me to where I don't have motivation to finish anything.
I totally get it.
I get it.
I would go back to the roots of why you started drawing in the first place and dig that
back.
dig into that well.
Yeah.
Redig the well of why you drew in the very first place. What did you get out of it as a kid? Or what fascinates you about drawing that you were interested in before you ever took a class? Because, like, what ends up happening is, like, you'll like art a lot. You'll take a class, and it'll kind of ruin art for you, and it's almost like you're trying to get water out of a different well that doesn't have water. That's how I think about it. Because that happened to me.
Yeah.
When I was doing artwork professionally, I went to school, I burned out, I worked professionally for years, and I didn't really get a lot out of it, and I was just trying to pull water out of a well that was dry. And I had to realize that I just had to go to the original well that I got water out of. Like, I was never going to get water out of it.
Yeah.
I was never going to get water out of it. So it's just like I started drawing the things that I wanted to draw.
And then that's where the satisfying itch,
Yeah, it's scratching the itch.
scratching the itch came in.
Some people don't have that problem. Like, I know people in school who did 16 hours a day of art homework. They never burned out, and then they worked 2 art jobs for the next 10 years, and they never burned out. Other people, a lot of people, will end up burning out in school or from a class, and they'll never really recover from it. I did. I figured it out. And it took years. It took a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I was right on the edge of quitting and
Forever.
doing something else. Not of kind of just becoming a dabbler in art.
It kind of would have been kind of sad, but at the same time, it's like it was your decision if you did make it, you know. I think art is just one of those things that if you have a really negative experience just constantly, it's a killer.
Yeah.
So you have to like give yourself a lot of positive experiences and positive feedback. That's why like when kids learn when kids learn art, like you have to compliment them a lot because it makes them confident in a good way, and then it makes them want to draw more.
Yeah. A lot of what beginners need is just encouragement. Like, beginners, it's just going to take them a while to get better. So, like, you don't, like, giving beginners, like, really heavy-duty critiques is not going to make them that much better. Like, as long as they're doing exercises that are good, they'll get better just through repetition and practice and drawing.
Yeah.
I've taught a lot of students. And I've had a lot of classmates and friends that I met that I knew before they even started drawing. And there's just a period of time where you have to draw a lot and figure things out. I did it. My brother did it. I remember my brother got into art after I was already working as a professional, and he was a complete beginner. He never even really drew. He barely drew a tiny little bit in high school, like every person.
Yeah.
And that was it. And he's a professional artist now. He did a whole bunch of the designs for the new Star Fox game that came out. He did a bunch of those ship designs and environments and stuff for that game. And I remember when he was very, very, very first getting started, he was so beginner, like never drawn before in your life type of beginner. And you just have to kind of make it through that phase.
Yeah.
You just gotta work your way through that phase and study the fundamentals, and it'll usually be a couple years before like you start seeing comments and compliments that are just like, wow, you know, like you'll get encouragement and stuff, but if you're a complete beginner, you can absolutely become an amazing artist. You just have to get through that valley of like building that connection with your brain to your hand. I've seen it dozens of times.
And that's why when we do art challenges and stuff, like for the challenger, like we just constantly compliment.
Yep.
Because we love complimenting, you know?
That's why so many drawings in Draw Me get 5 stars.
Yep.
Is because like a lot of the time, that beginner is going to end up getting better than anybody else in the entire lobby in like 5 years. They're just not there. Like that's why it's like, I don't know. I've been around beginners who have become professional artists too much to judge the beginner work, because I'm just like, it literally is just time. Like my friend Dan, I met him before he ever started drawing at all, and he's an art director at the second biggest concept studio in the world now. He's literally second in command, and he's phenomenal artist like you wouldn't believe. Or Chris Falkenberg.
Oh my gosh, Chris, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
oh my
bro.
Gosh.
We met him when he very first started.
And now he's like super pro.
Yeah, he
like
actually agreed to come on the channel. We'll have to interview him sometime.
Yeah.
We met this guy when he was like a beginner. That was just a couple of years ago. This is his work now.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
He's making
work
these
that's
worlds.
so good you wouldn't even believe it's art.
Yeah.
Like you're just like it just exists. Like it is so good. It's so high quality.
It's amazing. Like this stuff, the
Oh, that's so
composition,
cool.
the design, the scale. It's so cool. It's like Craig Mullins, like
Level
inspired.
stuff. Yeah. Wow.
Like these are phenomenal. We met this guy like in like 2022. He was practically a beginner then.
I don't know if he used them. He used a bit of 3D.
Oh yeah, he uses everything. He uses
Painting
3D. He uses ZBrush. He uses Blender. He paints. He
anything
draws.
to make the artwork.
Anything and everything. This guy's not out to prove he's an amazing drawer. This guy's out to make a super good income working in the game industry. He paints. He draws. He does 3D. He does everything. Like everything.
Oh, look at this cute little
Yeah.
process. That's fun.
Yeah, this guy has really nice stuff. Like this guy does studies, super humble, really nice dude. Funny. He used to play that game Ready or Not all the time, that like SWAT game. This is nice. Like these are nice pieces. Everything. This guy can draw. Like if you think this guy can't draw and paint, this guy can draw and paint. Like this right here is like a painting of his.
His mind is the paintbrush as
Yeah,
well.
like if you think he needs 3D, think again because he's good. Like I'm telling you right now, like from a Colton perspective, this guy has really nice stuff.
Yeah.
This is a sick piece, a really sick piece right here. I like that. Cool, very like creative and interesting work. That's like it breaks expectations as well. Like one of the things that this guy does really well is these aren't super generic designs. Like they're actually interesting problems that he's solved. Like this is a really nice piece right here. Just phenomenal.
I love that one. It's so simple, but it's really good, and
Yeah.
it's like it feels like very like I don't know, has a lot of depth.
Well, that's what's hard. It's hard to do something simple because you've simplified it. It's like if you've ever taken writing classes, it's not hard to yap. It's hard to
Get to the point.
get to the point with as few words as possible, and art is very similar. It's like it's hard to get to the point with as few shapes as possible. That's like really hard.
Or as few lines as possible, even. That's why gesture drawing is so difficult.
Yeah, gesture drawing is very difficult, for sure. But we met that guy when he was like a beginner. He quadrupled the homework every week. He absolutely smashed quantity over quality. He did his best. Like the quality was great, but he literally quadrupled the homework every week in the class.
And it looks like he had a lot of fun.
Yes, every single week he would turn in 4 times the homework for the whole 10-week class. And then he'd do it in his next class, and he'd do it in his next class, and he'd do it in his next class. So it's like a lot of people will go, oh, how do you get how good as fast as possible? It's like take a class, quadruple the homework every
Yeah.
week. You will get good really, really fast. It's not easy to do that, but that's how you get good fast.
I
That
think
was
it's
a
like-
couple of years ago, dude.
It's just one of those things where it's like if I told you how what it would take to get faster, you wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
thing.
why it's so impressive.
Yeah, that is why it's very
that's
impressive.
the reason it's respectable, is because you're just like, I wouldn't do that.
And that person put in a lot of work, you know. And I also feel like that's why it's really it's hard to be jealous of someone. Well, I mean, like it is easy to be jealous of someone at first because you only see the results. But
Yeah.
like when you are actually at the grind and you're like practicing a lot,
Yeah.
like, you actually respect them because you're like, man, they actually did a lot of practice to get to
Yeah.
this point.
Like, it's the reason that every once in a while someone will come into the chat and they'll just be like, oh, I'm better than you. And you're just like,
Okay.
I mean, if that's true, which, like, first off, like, if that's true, what are you doing on TikTok in the comment section? Like, you're way above the caliber of this.
Yeah.
But secondly, like, I only have respect for that. Like, if you're better, you've put in a lot of time and effort. I wish you were doing something more useful with all that skill you built up than being on TikTok in the comment section. So I kind of feel bad for you, but I can't be jealous of that. Like, you put in a lot of time. Like, I've been working professionally for 10 years. So if you're better, you've obviously put in a lot of time into your craft.
Yeah.
And I'd got nothing but respect for that. You know?
Fox says, dude, I'm way better than Colton.
Yeah. Way better at yapping. I only aspire to be a yapper like that. But like there's no professionals aren't on TikTok in random live streams comments talking about their skills. Like it just doesn't work like that. It's like you don't get, it's like doctors. It's like it would be like a doctor doing that. It would be like a physicist who has a doctorate that in like going into TikTok chats to some like 17-year-old's live stream going, I know more about physics than you. Like
My
you just
ideas are
never
better
see
than
it.
you know.
It just wouldn't really happen. And if it did, you'd be like, you probably need like a therapist. I don't know.
There.
Like not even joking, like dead
Oh, yeah.
serious. Like you just wouldn't see it.
I think instantly when someone comes in to compare themselves with you, that's a red flag. So
Yeah.
don't listen to them anyways. It's like, oh, my day is better than yours. I'm like, okay, so sure.
It's just not offensive. Like I
Yeah,
don't
it's not
find it
offensive.
offensive in the slightest.
Mm-mm. It's been 3 years and I'm still burned out from completing my final college projects. I'm close to hating drawing right now. It's just not that fun anymore. I hope no one will experience that here. I'm sorry
Well,
to
I
hear
did.
that. Yeah, you did
Yeah,
actually, Cole.
I know what you mean. Felt it. You know the thing that sucks as well is it's like the burnout doesn't even come from working, like doesn't even come from the goal. It comes from like the way to the goal. It's like if you go to college for art, it's like upon graduation you want to get hired for art. But it's like on the journey to getting hired, the burnout happens. So it's like I totally understand it. It just sucks. It sucks so much. I dealt with it for years. I was so burned out, and I questioned whether I even wanted to continue doing art at all.
Yeah, every artist's journey is very different. Like finding, I think a lot of people they hate art because they feel like they'll just never be good enough, and that's like a self-worth issue, right? And so like the layers of hating art is more. It's not about the art. It's more about like how your relationship with art is a lot of the time. And so when people are like, oh my gosh, I'm just so mad at that, you know, these artists are so young and they're way better than me and I feel like I'm so behind. Like that has nothing to do with art. That has to do with like your idea of success in art,
Yeah.
you know? Or it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sick of like not making any progress even though I practice so hard. And like that is very demoralizing. And that is why, you know, we made our school so that you can actually make progress and feel like confident again. But there's just so many different ways to approach art and see it in a more mentally healthy way. But I hope that you do get your spark back if that's what you want. You know, if you continue liking art, you want to do it. I would say just take a lot of time off. Don't pressure yourself a lot with art at all. Like it's not a competition. It is not like this thing where like if you don't do it, you're gonna die. You know, it's not like that. It's just you have a life. You have a life beyond art. Just like have different hobbies, and if you pick it up again, that's great. You know. Well, that's a really nice looking head. Oh, that's fun. I like that.
The way that I solved my burnout problem is I decided that I was going to make art of the things that I was truly genuinely passionate about, like that I got into art in the very beginning for. Like I figured it out by breaking, like when I was in school, there was always this idea that there was this things that I should be doing and things that I shouldn't be doing. It was like, oh, I shouldn't do this because it's not useful in getting hired. Like I had a pretty hardcore mentor and he was always like, oh, this is crap, but you should do this. And it was like geared towards getting me hired professionally. I wanted to work professionally in the game industry and I needed to build a portfolio. And so I would have put a lot of pressure on myself in order to build that portfolio to get me hired. And I wouldn't allow myself to do anything other than art that I felt like was going to get me closer to getting hired. And so I got hired really young, but I broke my relationship with art. Like, I got hired before I was 21 professionally, but I lost my passion for art in the process because I only allowed myself to do the type of drawing and art that I felt like was going to get me hired.
Mm-hmm.
And if, like, obviously, if you know my art nowadays, like, a very large amount of my art is personal projects and stories, right? Like, I'm doing my 1,000 anime heads challenge, and that's because I want to get better so I can illustrate my own stories of characters that I care about and I think are interesting. And it's like, I used to not do that at all. I would be like, oh, no, I have to make an environment because I have to get, or I have to do this, or I have to do that because I need to get
this
hired.
type of art. Yeah.
And in reality, I should have had a balance of it. I should have had a balanced approach, which was like, I'm going to make work that's going to get me hired, but I'm going to do personal work that I'm actually passionate about and find interesting.
Mm-hmm. Can I see the frog one again to get inspiration? Your frog piece?
Frog?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
How would you do group study sessions? I want to encourage my friends to practice more because I know that some stuff like perspective can be a bit intimidating at first. I'm oh, we got a drip on there. I'm not sure if that's juice or not.
No, it's just ice.
Oh, okay.
Or no, it's just condensation.
I mean, I think just drawing with people like is enough. If you just want to encourage, you know, what you can do is you can get like a perspective lesson on YouTube or, you know, our or, you know, even Colton's perspective class, and watch them together with your friends, and then be like, oh yeah, how did your drawing turn out? You know, it's like, oh, that's cool. I would do group study sessions that way. Colton and I will watch classes together and do notes like that.
Yeah, this was that piece I made the other... Was that a 10-hour stream that I made this on?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. So this was the last 10-hour stream, and then this was the 10-hour stream before that one.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll do another piece on the upcoming 10-hour stream on, like, the 29th.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We are going to have another 10-hour stream on the 29th, by the way. I love this piece. Like, I want to actually make a whole series in this style of, like, of this.
Oh,
I think I'm going to make a whole series.
A diner piece would be really cool.
Where they're eating ice cream together or something.
Yeah, ice cream or pancakes or something.
Yeah.
Waffles. I just bought both of your books. Been learning a lot from your videos. Awesome.
Oh, awesome.
That is perfect. Yeah, by the way, if you are new, we do have an art school, and it's currently 20% off. If you want to learn how to draw your own characters and stories from imagination, like, we cover all that, and it's very structured. It's like a college alternative. And it's called Anime Art School. So I'm going to show you the card real quick. If you're new and you like our teaching, I mean, you want more of it in a more organized process and actually get a good, you know, foot in the door with improving, you know, check it out.
Yep. Yeah, it's like self-paced, so it's very flexible for people who need flexibility. It's lifetime access. It's kind of like a recorded college. So a lot of the same type of classes like perspective, anatomy, figure drawing, clothing and costume drawing, rendering, painting, backgrounds, drawing environments, drawing like objects and rotating them and stuff like that. It's for people who wish they could go to art school but can't because of time or money or whatever. And yeah, I do teach the environment classes, so these are like some of the examples for the final painting class. This is class number 6. And
love the June one.
What?
I love the June one.
Yeah. It's very nice. So these are some of the final paintings. There's 3 exteriors and 3 interiors. There's those 3. Here's these 3. And they're done from scratch. So before this, you take a full 14-week perspective class. Before this, you take a 12-week anatomy and figure drawing class. Before this, you take a whole bunch of weeks of the rendering and lighting and stuff like that. So you'll know how to do every single one of these things from scratch.
Yes.
Like starting with lighting blocks and cylinders and cones to lighting multiples, stacking them. This is after the perspective class. To learning how to do this sort of thing, which is like blocks as well. And then, you know, we go into this. It's actually really, really linear. You go one step at a time from you know, like this stupid thing. There we go. This, like the basics to calculating shadows. This is in the perspective class, to drawing blocks and objects at different angles. We do like this little bird right here. Very, very simple. Coloring the sides to see the different sides of it. And then we go into, you know, like boxes and rotating them.
Bendy boxes.
Bendy boxes. This is like a bendy box assignment. The perspective class was doing this one. And then we go into stuff like
materials.
This sort of thing. Which is like, once you can draw boxes and objects from different angles, now we're going to start layering cardboard, right? We're going to start layering these cardboards and thinking about these landscapes and environments in terms of like depth and what is in different places, right? Like this is in the front, this is in the middle, this is in the back, and learning how to like add depth to stuff. This is really important stuff, by the way. This is what I learned in school when I was learning to become a concept artist. So like how to think about things in terms of three-dimensional volumes and forms. And then we do the final in the perspective class, where we set up like a 1-point perspective shot and a shot with different buildings at different angles. And this is the final in the perspective class. Super, super fun to do this. And then we take both of these environments, by the way, this one and this one. And in the final for the painting class, we change them and we go, instead of a guitar, instead of like the nostalgia core room, which is this one, which is the same shot, by the way. This is the same room, except this room and this room are the same. I've just relit it. I've redecorated because we're changing the person that lives in it, and we're reconstructing from the beginning. So like this one is stripes, right? We've got these strips of light going through, coming along the floor. And then this one is different. This one doesn't use strips of light. This one uses like hot spots, which is like dark and light, dark and light, dark and light. And this one has reflections. And then the third one, this one doesn't use that either. This one uses also kind of like a hot spots, but it's a completely different color palette, and it's a tilted horizon, and it's much harsher lighting. Like you'll notice that the gamer room one has much softer lighting,
ambient light, but it's
ambient,
like dark.
like much more ambient lighting. Yeah, this one has spotlights, so you're getting really harsh, strong shadows underneath of things.
Yeah. Do we need to have a specific art program for this class, and what if we don't know how to use it?
Digital, any digital program, but you're in luck because our class actually comes with a class called Intro to Digital Art, and it's an entire class teaching you how to use the basics of digital programs. So it covers Krita, Photoshop, Clip Studio Paint,
Procreate,
and Procreate. But any program works fine, Ibis, whatever. Anything with like layers and brushes and erasers,
Yep.
soft and hard brushes. We don't use anything fancy in the school.
Nope.
But like, I find this kind of stuff so fascinating. So fascinating. And then Christina goes in and adds characters because, you know, dating sim or something. So these are our OCs, by the way. This is June. This
Once
is
again,
June.
fun with practice.
Yes, I really, really, really recommend that you find how to inject things that you find really fun and interesting into your practice, because it's like, if you can make practice fun, you'll want to show up and do it. That's how I solved my burnout as well. Like I made practice fun.
Yeah.
So there's Miki, there's Abby. These are both my OCs, and then there's June, which is Christina and my OC. And then we also have the environment. So you'll notice this piece right here at the bottom. This one right here. This is this. I painted it. And then we take it and we paint it again. And we use different lighting setup and different color palette. And then we take it and we paint it again. And we use a different solution, right? This one is very kind of like stripes based. Like you got light going across, creating an in and out read. This one, we've got silhouette based, so these buildings are silhouetted against the background, and then you've got a couple little hot spots here and there. This one is almost entirely hot spots. You've got dark next to light, next to dark, next to light. So you can actually light the same environment different ways.
That's so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. They're completely different, like graphical compositions, but the same drawing. You have to be able to do this. If you're like a concept artist and you work on games or something, you have to be able to light the same environment in different ways using different solutions.
So I just teach you what I learned working professionally as well.
I see. Okay, that's perfect because I just use paper and pencil right now, but I want to learn digital.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I always recommend when it comes to digital, like if you're transitioning, just do what is simplest. Like just get a brush, an eraser, and we'll play with some layers, and then you're set.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I just use like 1 or 2 sketching brushes and just an eraser that has like it's either a soft eraser or hard eraser, and then I just work with those. So yeah, like just do what you're comfortable with now with traditional and try to emulate that with digital.
Yeah, once you get digital.
Yeah, once you get digital.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also teach you how to do still lifes. So this is like
Yes.
Noton. We're just setting it up in terms of separation of light and dark. You may see this a lot of the time as black and white, but you don't have to do a black and white. It's just separating your lights and your darks. And then we go in and we further separate the lights and the darks. We go dark darks and we go light lights. I put 3 values in here, right? So you've got like dark, pretty dark, medium, and light. And then we simply just translate that into color with color temperature. We think about edges, which is like soft and hard and lost. And then we think about color temperature. So in this piece, we have pretty warm light and we have relatively cool shadows, which is not going to be every piece, by the way. It's not this piece. This has cool light and warm shadows. Like you get like these blue lights, those are very, very cool. And look, in our shadows, we've got a bunch of purples. That's a completely different solution. This one, you got
Warm light,
really
cool
warm
shadow.
lights. And then in the shadows, we've got cooler shadows. So this one works differently than the gaming piece. Because what I do, I'm teaching you a skill set. I'm not teaching you how to do this environment. I'm teaching you how to apply these tools to whatever environment you want to make. And so we learn that through doing still lifes and studies and drawing objects from observation. It's very, very important stuff. This is like what they teach in art school. Like here's some of that, like some sketches that we do. We set these up in terms of we got a ball, it's in the daytime, we've got a blue sky, we've got green grass, we've got warm light here, we've got cool shadows here. And then we do a little doodle and we make this scene, right? And we're using that same color format. What? Okay. And then we've got this one, right? Nighttime. It's low key. So most of the things are going to be dark with a tiny bit of light. We've got this really blue light hitting the top of this sphere. And then we've got this shadow coming down. It's very dark. And then we apply that same exact thing. It's mostly dark, a tiny bit of hot, like, lights. And then this one. This is mid-key. Most of our values, most of our dark and light is in the middle of our value range. And it's soft, and it's very gray lighting. So we're getting a lot of reflections. We're not getting a lot of hard shadows. And we kind of got this setup going on, right? And then we apply that to that same environment again. And so it allows us to, assuming our drawing is good, which we learned in the last class, right? You know, assuming this stuff is good and figured out, we can light it pretty much any way we want. And we can, like, refigure this out. From this to this to this. Really, really important skill. It's like being able to solve the same problem in multiple ways. I find this stuff so fascinating. Like, I would love to do a painting class. For anybody who's been taking our classes or who's interested in, what do y'all think about maybe running like a painting class in the future?
Ooh, painting.
Like if we ran a live painting class for like digital painting and we talked about a lot of this stuff, what do you think? You like?
Am I able to show you my Moe study to you both on Discord? Yeah, I mean, like you can just put in the art share channels and tag us if you want. I am interested in seeing it.
I opened a lot of images. There we go. But yeah, I do the same thing with the froggy piece. Same thing with the frog piece. And this is a very, very simple construction, by the way.
Could Colton draw a topology grid but going below the square?
Below the square? What is the square?
You mean like below the grid?
This is the topology of this shot right here. Not really the topology, but like very simple.
Our Discord is on our website, drawanime.com. You go to that website, you scroll down a bit, you'll find the website, or you'll find the link.
Yeah.
It is not draw. It's not Anime Art Academy. That's not us.
You want to get our Discord invite directly from our website.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not going to find the right one on Google.
Yeah. Don't Google it.
I will assure you, you will not find the right one because there have been many, many, many people who tried to Google it and ended up in the wrong Discord server.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Nev.
Right?
Fox
Very,
is, yeah, below
very,
the
very
grid.
simple. Below here? I don't.
Like what I mean, like you draw like a little grid for the topology, but I'm guessing like you can put points underneath that grid, like
Points?
here's the grid.
Okay.
I think she means like, oh, what if you did one like below like this, underneath the grid instead of above it?
You mean like the landscape like I did before in class? The dip in class?
Or
Oh.
I guess like that.
You mean like this sort of thing where I just kind of make a little... You know, I do find it harder to draw perspective on this Intuos than on my Cintiq.
Live could be difficult, but self-paced I love. For
Yes.
painting class. Yeah, and
Self-paced is what we have in our anime art school.
yes, that is the painting
I mean, I
class.
just do this, right? Like I'll pull up these points from here. By the way, earlier today when someone asked about how to draw a pyramid, like I'm doing the same thing. Right? So, we'll go down. Right? We'll go, oh, this is down, this is way down, this is way down, way down. This is up. I don't know. Right, you could go, oops, I did the wrong way. This is down. That's down. It might make more visual sense to you guys if I start with this. But you just connect these points like this, like that, like this. It's like a little chunk of a landscape, right? And so this is the point at which the line crosses through the grid right here. Like that. And then we could go down. So this is like underground, right? There's this. There's maybe this. And that. And that. And then maybe this one comes back up to the surface. Come on. What? Oh, I never drew one here, did I? We'll do this.
I guess I'm a little bit lost,
Yeah.
but I won't. Maybe not for long.
Well, it's underground. So, like, all this stuff is underground.
Okay.
So, like, this is underground. And you kind of have to finish it. You get lost. You just have to trust. You have to be like, this pulled down connects to this pulled down. And eventually, it will kind of reveal itself.
Fox is like, I shouldn't have asked that question. I'm kidding.
No, you probably shouldn't have. I mean, this is the answer to the question that you asked. And then maybe this one can come out. And then maybe this one. And this one maybe is a little bit below as well. And then this one. And we'll go.
Oh, I think I might see it. Now I see the 3D. Nice. Reminds you of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yes.
Kind of is like that.
Which one? Roller Coaster Tycoon 1? You know that game has a surprisingly robust fan base. And then we can just, you know, connect these together. It's like it's like a terrain generator in a game, right? Like your base terrain is this. And then you just use your little terrain tool and it pushes it down and it pushes it down like that. And so we pull it down to here and here. See, we'll probably want to clean it up. So this one is there. This one is here. That one goes to there, which is that one. This one goes to here. Where does that one go to? Here. This one goes to there. This one goes to there. This one goes to there. This one goes to there and there. We'll probably want to add the front to this box here. We'll probably want to add the side to this box here. Well, maybe like that. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to add the fronts to these.
Kind of looks like a map that you like folded in many different ways.
It is. My wrist cracked and made my line mess up. It always happens too. I know I just have to keep track of like where is the original point and where is this point. It would work better with colors, or it would be easier to see with colors.
Interesting.
But it's like that, right? And so that's the terrain. And so if we were to build like a bridge on this, we could go...
Reminds you of the early days of 3D games like Star Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Tunnel. It's just like this simple topology thing. There's so many things that you can do with this. Like that whole, like the wave, right? Like what I talked about in class is like, you can go, this is surprisingly more difficult on one of these for me, because I've just been drawing so much on my Cintiq lately. I go back and forth. So we go half, half, half.
Yeah.
Eh.
Another way to make art fun, make sound effects.
Yes.
Eh.
And then we just go boop, 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 or boop. Dot, 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 dot. And then we make strips, right? So sheet of paper, sheet of paper, sheet of paper, sheet of paper, sheet of paper. Sheet of paper, and then sheet of paper, right? And then we just erase this out again, and we can connect these.
Make them all the same length.
They're just little exercises that you can do in perspective for fun. See, it's like a little piece of paper that's like... You know, Like this, obviously, you could just do like this instead. Like this is kind of like a really long way of just doing this. But you can plot it. Like it's like plotting a graph in 3D. Literally. Just a little graph in 3D. If you need to plot something important. And then your shadow would be underneath of this. And it would be like that. Like you could even light this as well from like an angle. And then all of these would get different length shadows. But yeah, it's just a silly little... It's the same skill that goes into doing this. It's just building out in perspective. I find that these types of exercises are really, really helpful. They're really, really helpful. And they're so... And it's so simple, because when you get good at doing stuff like this, buildings and a lot of things actually are really, really simple. Like, you realize just how simple they are. Like a bridge. A bridge is not difficult at all. You're just like, oh, a bridge is really easy. Right? Middle. However you want to do this. There's the bridge without the rounded part. Right? Maybe then we like round it out and we're just like, here's the round part of the bridge. Round part of the bridge. Box. Down there.
Wait, you did it way easier than...
Like that. Then this goes down and you go, how far down is this? Well, it goes down about that far. Then maybe it comes down a bit further. Then you go half, half. Yeah, maybe we do that. And then this goes down under there, maybe under the ground.
Genius.
And I could, like, the powerful thing about this is that I could draw this bridge in proportion from any angle because I could measure it. So if I wanted to draw it from more above, I could draw it from more above. If I wanted to draw it from more like the side, I could draw it from more the side, because all of this can be broken up into halves and halves and half and half and half. And I would just have to find the point on here that this is, right? And the point on here that this is, and go over and be like, you know, whatever. Not that I'm doing this exactly accurately, but you know what I mean.
We have a question here. In your book, you recommended drawing all the diagrams in the book 25 or 50 times. But if I were to do that, it would probably take me a decade to get through. Any recommendations on drawing faster? Or like how precise / detailed should each drawing be? Apologies if this is off topic.
Just do your best on
Yeah,
it.
just
You
do your
will
best.
absolutely speed up. It would take you a decade if you stayed at your same speed forever. But artists speed up as they practice. You'll just get faster. It's like if you learn piano and you practice your scales, you start very, very slow. But by the time you've done it a bunch of times, you're like... So it's like, I don't think it would take you that long because you're not accounting for speed improvement.
Yeah.
And it's not a hard rule. It's more of just like a suggestion. If you don't know what to do, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Very
very much that sort of thing, right? See? Like we could essentially draw this bridge at any angle we want. Right, we could change the angle of it. Like I'll make it clearer for you to see. And it would be the same exact bridge, which allows you, by the way, to design things in an easier angle and then translate them into something, a different perspective. This is really, really useful because remember, designing in, say, a side view is much easier than designing in perspective. So if you make a really, really cool object and it's in side view, you can get that into perspective and it's not that much of a nightmare. Like that sort of thing, right? We started the same way and you can draw out the blocks and stuff. Super powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're making your own comic or manga and you've got the bedroom or the building of your original character and you want to draw the bedroom from a different angle, you can actually do that relatively easily. Like if I wanted to draw this from a different angle, this sushi stall right here, right? I would be able to do that because I could break it down into blocks that I could draw from any angle, and then the details, they're already in the right spot. I have a much more accurate starting point. I could be like, oh, well, the knife is maybe like the halfway point between, say, this and this is like here. Right? I could even just draw an X through it and go, yep, that's right here. So if I drew this from a different angle, like the top, I'd be like, you know, here's the table. Here's the middle of the table. Here's where I'd put the knife at a little bit of an angle, right? So it'd be like this. And that would be reasonably accurate to draw from a different angle. And it's like, here's the bug, and you just look at it and you go, okay, well, the bug thing is maybe like right here. Lily pad. Lily pad. Lily pad.
Lily pad burger.
That is just a lily pad burger. But this is the stuff that a bunch of people don't find very fun, but I find it interesting. I find it very freeing. I find it fun in the way that it gives me freedom to draw what I'm actually passionate about, which is this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to draw the bedroom from a different angle, I could do proportional measurements in order to figure this stuff out. Like here's the door frame. This goes down to the ground. The arcade machine comes up about 3/4 of the door. And so if I wanted to draw these from a different angle, I would be able to like proportionally measure things from different angles. Like, come on, it's like, oh, here's the door. Here's that door. And half, quarter. Okay, the arcade machine is coming up about that high. And then it's coming, whatever. Where's that door? Like that to that. Wait, we got this coming out. And then that goes down there. And that goes to there. And I'm not doing any complicated perspective stuff. Like, it's really just simple things. Maybe the arcade machine is a little bit out from the door, and then it's like we've got the clock on top of it, and we've got the shelf above it, and the shelf is like here with like boxes on it or whatever. It's like you can literally construct this from a different angle, just looking and kind of measuring in halves and thirds. And like, here's the ceiling up here. Here's the wall. This wall comes out if we were like looking through the wall. You can draw it from whatever angle you want. And I could just make like a really quick sketch mock-up of maybe if I wanted to try to draw this room from a different angle, or if I wanted to, or if somebody came and stood in the hallway and looked in the room and I wanted to draw a shot from their point of view, I would be like, all right, what's the layout of the room? Where's the bed? And I would be able to construct that relatively quickly. Whereas before, you'd have no clue how to do it. Like, you wouldn't even know where to begin. This gives you a proportional system. It's so powerful. This is what like comic artists do. This is how they do it. They use objects to measure against each other.
I think the diagram makes things a lot more easier.
Yep. Super interesting stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Maybe we'll wrap up.
yeah. This was from the other night.
That still looks really cool to me.
We could just create a texture.
Yeah.
By the way, chat, here's a crazy thing for anybody here who's still here and listening. I'll give you the biggest painting tip that I've learned in the recent years. Things that are far away are textures. Figure out the texture. These houses in the background, as they get far away, I don't need to draw the houses. I just need to figure out the texture and draw the texture. Think about all of these houses as if it's a tree and you're drawing the leaves. What do the leaves look like? These are the leaves. We've got the pokey bits of the roofs, and we've got the stripes of the yellow and the red and the blue. And when you zoom out really far, it looks like a bunch of houses. This works with crowds of people. This works with buildings. This works with anything that there's a lot of in the distance. You figure out the texture of the thing. You don't draw the things, you just draw the texture. It's like, if you draw a tree, you don't draw the leaves, you draw the texture of all the leaves together. If you're drawing hair, you don't draw the hairs, you draw the texture of the hair.
Yeah.
You're drawing an environment or background, you're drawing a crowd of people. You don't draw the people, you draw the texture of the people. And the texture of the people might be something like a bunch of heads.
Of the people, or what effect they cause.
Yep. It's like what effect that they cause. And so it's like, oh, they got like, you know, their shoulders, and maybe some of them have different colored shirts and stuff. And then the closer ones, you actually draw some people.
You'll notice in animes they do that too.
Yep, they do it everywhere. You'll never unsee this. Crazy pro tip.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how people do groups of things that are far away. They just draw the texture, and as long as you imply relatively well the texture, your brain will fill in the rest.
Yes.
It's crazy.
It is.
Absolutely crazy. You'll see like Craig Mullins doing that sort of thing all the time, where he'll just break down things into a texture. It's so interesting. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think that's going to be it for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, Anime Art School is 20% off right now if you want to learn how to paint
Yes.
like what I was showing you earlier. It's all there. It's all recorded. And it is a foundation school. It's kind of like a recorded college. So if your dream is to eventually make your webcomic, manga, do commissions, get better, fundamentals. Super, super important.
Yes.
Super important. And you can go through them completely at your own pace. But other than that,
We'll see you next time.
we will see you next time. What is it, Wednesday today?
Yep.
All right, bye-bye, everybody. See ya.
That was a fun demo.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Thank you for your wisdom.
Meow, meow, meow.
Thank you for your comment.
Meow, 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 meow.
All right. See you, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.